This could be the real deal, boys. Let's do it.
Welcome to the bye-week edition of the Reggie and Jerome podcast. I'm your co-host, Big D, sitting with my boy, Sammy C.
Yo.
My man, Jade, am I right?
What it do, baby?
We are joined again by my homie, Money Mike.
What up, what up?
So, birds are off this week, relaxing. Hopefully they are in Cancun or not eating Skinny Joey's cheesesteaks. We got a run to make before the end of the year. So we decided to do something a little different for this edition of the pod. We're going to look back. This is the midway point of the season. We want to talk about our preseason predictions thus far on how we thought the birds were going to do. We're going to go around and we'll talk about the wins and losses that we had at this point. The only loss I had at this point, I thought they were going to lose to the Chiefs. J.A. had them losing to
The
Buccaneers. And Sammy C had them losing to the Chiefs and he don't remember, the Vikings.
Vikings.
There you go. So 6-2, 7-1, 7-1. We're all fairly close. Did anything surprise you about the teams you thought they were going to lose to and the teams that they actually lost to? I'll start with you.
Before we do that, we gotta take our shots, man.
So we're going to take our shots now that Sammy, and I'm glad he did that because Sammy will be running the podcast in a couple of weeks. Go get ready to hear his voice. And that's something we have to do is take the shots. So my bad. Let's take our shots.
We always do it. Go birds.
Go birds. Now, oh man, it's always that second one, bro. Every time. It's about to get spooky. I could tell already.
Gave me the chills.
Oh my gosh. Well, if we have a snowstorm, you'll be good. Yeah, so the teams that you thought they were going to lose to, they didn't.
Yeah.
So what surprised you about that?
I mean, the one game that we did lose was against the Broncos, which to me, should have never lost. Should have never lost.
It should be 7-1.
Yes, absolutely, they should be 7-1. The Giants game, the first Giants game, we got our asses handed to us. Fair and square, got our asses handed to us. But the Broncos game really gets under my skin every time, that we're talking about this now. We talked about it, when they lost the next week, but we should have won that game. We were up almost the whole game. Came into the third quarter, the Broncos still didn't score. And then the fourth quarter hits, and our offense is nowhere to be found, and they turn around and beat us. So,
collapse would be a good word.
A collapse, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we should be 7-1. Should be. Start off the year great. I mean, beating the Cowboys and then going to Kansas City, beating them at their home field. And then who do we have after that? The Rams? No. Who was the third game? Not coming to me.
Wasn't the Rams?
It was the Rams.
It was.
the
Okay,
Rams.
yeah.
Damn, our schedule was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had a few gauntlets we got to run this year.
Obviously now that we're in week 7, 8, looking back on it, it's like, damn, we had a tough schedule to start the season.
Yeah.
Because we didn't lose till week 5, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we faced the Rams and then... Anyway, we'll get back to that because I can't remember who the fourth week was.
For the guy who wanted to take the shot so bad, woo, we see who it affected.
Man.
J.A., you had him 7-1.
Yeah, go to J.A.
You had him 7-1. You had him losing to the Bucs. Looking back at the Buccaneer game.
Oh, thanks. That's what it was.
This guy, I'm telling you, boy. You had them going 7-1.
7-1 to start,
losing to the Buccaneers.
We threw that.
I think we were all kind of on the fence about that because it's been a house of horrors for them.
He had the Bucks and the Chiefs.
No, I had the Chiefs and the.
No, he had the Bucks and the Chiefs.
I only had the Chiefs. No, he only had one loss.
No, I only had.
You're the only. That's what I'm saying. You're the only person who had it right. You had them 6-2. You just had the wrong 2. But we all were kind of. I remember we talked about it. We were all on the fence about Buccaneers, House of Horrors, always have a problem going down there. Why are we always going down there?
Yeah.
So, what about that? Did you not see what changed in the way they approached it? And was it surprising to you that they won the game?
No, I mean, it's no secret. The past few years, we've gone down to Tampa Bay. We've gone down there hurt.
Yeah.
And
True.
a key part this year was that we were healthy. When we played them a few years ago, we were healthy. We spanked that ass. So,
because quite honestly, because the game wasn't as close as the score says it was. We kind of handled them, so to speak. We just kept them in the game because of play calling.
Right.
But we could have and should have probably beat them by more than we did.
But yeah, I mean, was I surprised that we pulled that game out and won it? No, not really. I mean, to me, there's not a team in the NFL that we can't beat. So, but the losing back to back, the Broncos and the Giants, that was tough. Definitely didn't, like Sammy said, definitely didn't see that coming. There's no way you're up 19 and you lose a football game. It's unheard of. It's not as big as a collapse as the Giants had, but
got that right.
Nonetheless, still unacceptable. And then losing to the Giants, I mean, we straight up went in there and we went in there taking the Giants very lightly. And, when you do that, you're always going to end up getting smacked in the mouth.
Money, Mike, I'll ask you. You weren't here for our predictions prod, but you heard it. Thinking back on it, when I'm sure you did, because you're a Birds fan, you look back at the season and when they started, you just mentioned like you didn't realize how much of a gauntlet the season was. Thinking back, if you think about those first 8 games, who did you think was going to give them the toughest test, and who did you think they were going to lose to, or did you think they were going to lose?
Being a little biased, I always think we're going to run the table.
Oh, we always think that,
but
we also keep it 100 on the Reggie and Jerome podcast.
I would have said, I would have thought we would have lost going into Kansas City.
Okay.
And then
because we only had one person that had them with 2 losses, so we pretty much thought that they were going to be almost like where they were anyway. So
yeah, I feel like that obviously the week 5 loss was a stun. But yeah, besides the Kansas City Chiefs, because I take us at home over anybody. When we're at home, I don't think, if we play our brand of football, I don't think we should lose. So the home games, I usually always chalk them up as wins, even if they're close wins.
I want to piggyback on that, and I'll ask all of you guys. More surprising to lose at home or more surprising to lose on the road to the Giants?
Home.
I say home.
There's, in sports in general, there's no home field advantage like there are home field advantages in Philadelphia. So anytime you lose at home, it's more of a gut punch.
Especially being up, 17?
It was 19-3. You were up 17.
Yeah, 19-3. We gave up 18 points. In
that was a hard loss for you because you mentioned a couple of times.
Yeah.
That was tough. Yeah, I agree.
We
tough.
had a goose egg in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, that was a tough game to win.
And they
3
had
points.
18.
3
It
points
stings
would have won us the game.
twice for me because I had a college football bet. I want to say it was the same week. Literally lost in the same fashion. South Florida lost to who they play.
I think I remember that. I didn't have no money on it, but I think I remember what you're talking about.
South Florida was up 31-18 or 17 in the 4th quarter and lost. I would have won $800 off $10.
Ladies and gentlemen, Parlay Mike has entered the building.
And they killed me. So that
They hit
loss,
you twice.
Yeah,
It stung you
that
twice?
loss, I was like, damn.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I agree. I think that was more shocking than anything, them losing at home. I picked the Broncos to win AFC West. So I thought they were going to be good. I had to put a little wager on that before the season. Let's hope that pans out. But yeah, I thought they were going to be good. I didn't think they were going to beat the Birds, that week. Maybe if they played them in Denver, maybe. But I didn't think any way possible they were going to beat them.
We did everything we were supposed to, and it just
Until we didn't.
right.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
We were like, wow, we're playing a complete game of football here, and then
Yeah,
literally just fell off the face of the earth.
Absolutely. Well, we took a quick look back to our preseason predictions on how we did, and I think we did pretty good. We'll move on to the conference as a whole. Now, the Birds are technically they're second, right now in the conference?
yeah, behind the Packers because of that tie,
Shitty ass tie. Yeah.
which they should be under.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
yeah, that's how it works. A half a win. But yeah, they are under the Packers. That is why we're going to talk about the biggest threat to the Birds in the NFC, right? So coming out of the bye, the Birds play the Packers,
2 NFC North teams.
right? Well, they play the Packers first,
Yes.
right? I'll start with you, Sammy. We'll circle back to that game, but who do you think is the biggest threat to the Birds in the NFC?
I think there's 2 teams from the same division as the NFC North, but
You got to pick
Um,
one.
probably the Packers.
Packers. Okay. Not mad at that. Money Mike, who's the biggest threat to the Birds in the NFC?
I say the Lions just because of the brand of football they play. They play a physical game, and it's tough to match that or go point for point if you're not matching that physical toughness. So if they come in and they punch us in the mouth and we don't punch back, it's not gonna look too good for us.
We got the same record as them?
Yeah.
No, I believe they have one loss.
No, they're
They got
they're
The
5 and
Lions
2.
are 5-2.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Okay. So we got the same record as them. So you think it's the Lions?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because they had a bye this past week.
Okay. J.A., who do you think is the biggest threat to the Birds in the NFC?
As it stands right now, I say the Packers. Previously, I had the Lions, but the Lions are getting bit by the injury bug again. Who knows what it's going to look like in a few weeks when we match up with them? But it's between those 2 teams. But as of right now, I'm giving the Packers that top spot as who can challenge us.
Okay. Yeah. I got to practice what I preach because I like Sammy, I think about the same 2 teams, but I got to pick one. And damn, I really want to cop out here because there's so many intangibles. But if I had to pick one, it would probably be the Lions. I think they have more talent on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I feel like they have more weapons.
Yeah.
I feel like Green Bay, they pride themselves on the run. So you stop Josh Jacobs, and you pretty much got to stop Tucker Kraft. Like, I'm not really scared of Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden, Christian Watson. Like,
Okay.
you got Jahmyr Gibbs, you got St. Brown, Laporta, Jameson. Was it Williams?
Mhm. Yeah.
Whatever his last name is, J-Mo. They got a lot of weapons over there.
They do have a lot of weapons over there. And that's where I give them the slight edge.
And defensively, I feel like they're a little bit better than the Packers.
The only caveat
They're
I'll
just
say,
beaten by the injury bug right now on defense. That's the only thing that sucks for the Lions.
talk your shit.
But
You said you don't. I saw you talk your shit.
nah,
We don't do that on
I
here.
think
You know?
the Packers defense is better than Detroit.
I agree.
I mean, not just because of Micah Parsons, but their linebackers are young as hell. Walker, he's a dog. He's an animal. Their corners, I don't know where the fuck they get them from. Obviously the draft, but they pick very well. They're really good.
Yeah,
Even with losing Jair Alexander and that safety spot, man. What the fuck's his name?
That guy.
McKinney from the Giants.
Xavier McKinney.
Xavier McKinney. That boy can ball too.
Yeah.
I think the Packers are set up better defensively than what Detroit is. Yes, Detroit has Hutchinson. He's coming off an injury. I think the Packers are they're a scary defense. They're a scary defense.
I think weapon for weapon, we match up with anybody. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
I give a slight edge to the Packers with one caveat, and that is, I think, and although this guy's played in a lot of big games, I just think
Love.
no.
Oh,
I'm talking about Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff's played in some huge games. He's played a Super Bowl, so he's played a lot of huge games. With that being said, I give the edge to
Yeah. That's what I'm talking
Jared
about. You give
Love.
the edge
to Jared Love.
Yeah,
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
Yeah,
Instead
I
of
give the edge
Goff.
to Jordan Love. Yeah, because I just think, he can make plays that Jared Goff can't. And not that he's not a good quarterback, he is, but when Jordan Love is on, the second half of the game the other night, he was on. He was special.
Some of them throws was like little lucky, but but yeah, like he has
still threw for a couple hundred in the second
he
half.
definitely has some intangibles that it's like it's hard.
You
to
know what
ignore.
you're gonna get from Jared Goff. You know what I mean? He got game A and game B, and that's pretty much it. He can give you much else of that outside of that. But yeah, I
Jordan Love threw for 360 against Pittsburgh with 3 touchdowns.
I'm pretty sure he had like 200 in the second half.
Yeah.
So I lean slightly to Detroit only because of the weapons, but either one of the teams I think that they can beat, and they'll have the chance because they play on both the second half of the season.
Back-to-back weeks.
Back-to-back weeks. That segues into our next question. What game are you most looking forward to see in the second half of the season? Money Mike, I'll start with you. Which game are you looking? Money Mike, you got to be prepared on this microphone, bro. You know what I mean?
Slipping.
It's all good. I'm just fucking with you, man. Yeah, so what game are you looking forward to see the most?
We got a couple good ones on the schedule, but I would say this Lions game. This Lions game, I feel like for me is going to tell me a lot. Even though the Packers game is prime time too, but I feel like this Lions game.
If I'm not mistaken, they have no 1:00 games.
Well, I think they play.
No, I'm talking about for the next 5 weeks. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I think for the next 5 weeks they only have one.
Well, we play the Raiders at 1.
Yeah, that's 6 weeks out. So,
Yeah.
But I'm saying like the rest of the season we only have the one.
1:00 game.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like that Lions game is a statement game because I mean I already said how I feel about the Packers. I don't really think they're that much of a threat. But that Lions game for me is a statement game.
You got the schedule up. Where do we play Buffalo?
At Buffalo.
At Buffalo?
At Buffalo, second to last week of the season.
That is week.
Yeah.
A game
Week 17
that might not even matter. Who knows?
Huh.
Yeah, that's over there.
You're right. Okay. Sammy, which game are you looking forward to the most?
It would be the Buffalo game if it wasn't week 17.
Yeah.
But that's up in the air. It may matter, it may not.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
So, What?
That's the second to the last game of the season?
Yeah, we go Washington,
What the fuck will we pay the
Bills,
second last game of the season?
Washington.
We mentioned this when we went over the schedule. It's absolutely
That's stupid.
Didn't we do it last year? Didn't we face Buffalo? Yeah, we faced Buffalo.
It wasn't
Buffalo
that
last year.
late in the season.
Pretty sure it was the second half of the season.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It
But
was
it wasn't
still
that
a
late.
meaningful game.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't
feel
get it.
like
I don't understand.
They were just giving us a Super Bowl prediction at the end of.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I just don't get it. But anyway, so yeah, you said the game you're looking forward to the most is
This Packers game coming right off the bye. It's a big game. We need to win, and I think it's a bigger game than the Lions game. The only reason I say that is because we're behind the Packers right now by one,
All right.
But even if we lose to the Lions, we need to make it a statement against the Packers because like Bailey always says, they're here to get their lick back.
Oh yeah, they want to get that look back.
From losing last year in the playoffs to the Brazil game to start off last year. They want their lick back. And I think this is the best opportunity for the Eagles, especially coming out of a bye. You get everybody back, hopefully, healthy. And the way that they played against the Giants, hopefully it's fucking even better than what they did against the Giants, against the Packers. And this is the game I can't wait to watch.
I'll do you one better, and I agree. I think that's the game I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah.
Coming out of the bye and for the second half of the season. If they beat the Packers, it demoralizes them because no two seasons are alike. I get it, but they've had to live with the fact that they got beat by them twice last year. If they say we make these additions, we're back, we're healthy, and we play these guys again and we still don't beat them, then they think they can't beat them. You beat a team 3 times in a matter of 16 months, and that team ended up going to the Super Bowl, which I'm sure they thought in their mind, we should be going to the Super Bowl. It demoralizes them to a point where if they were to face them again, I don't even think it would be close. You're in their heads at this point. So this game to me is huge. I think not only because of the standing thing, I think this game is huge for the Birds, and I'm sure we'll be watching together. J.A., which game are you looking forward to the most?
It's tough because I have reasons for the next two on, Packers try to ban a tush push.
You know the rules.
I know. And the Lions because they're so talented. But to me, it's the Lions because of the talent. And they were popping all that shit in the offseason.
Oh, yeah, they were. I forgot about that. They was talking pretty slick.
Oh, see us healthy. We wax that ass. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I forgot about that.
I got something to add when you done your take.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the Packers game because I want every touchdown to be a tush push. But but it's definitely the Lions game.
Okay.
Talent for talent, you want to talk shit, put your money where your mouth is.
Absolutely.
And I follow Amon-Ra St. Brown's little podcast that he got going on. And he was popping a lot of shit saying, around that time span when the Commanders beat them. He was saying that should have been them in the NFC Championship. And if we would have seen them, it would have been a totally different result. But
Got to make it there.
You got to get there first.
right. So that's why I feel like this Lions game is going to be a real big one and a real test because they're going to come out they're going to give us their best shot pretty much because that's their
Super
statement.
Bowl.
Yeah, that's their statement.
Yeah,
game.
I get you. Yeah, no doubt about that. And I'm not saying it's not a big game. I'm just saying that's the other game is a game I'm looking forward to more. But let me tell you, a lot different playing in that dome than playing in the link. So all I can say about that, Lines, and especially you, Mr. St. Brown, be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. Good job, guys. Moving on. Before the season, we talked about our breakout players, or who we thought was going to be our breakout players. So I'll mention who they were. Our homie who was not here, AO, she picked Quinyon Mitchell. Can't go wrong with that.
No.
Sammy C, by the past 2 weeks, your guy has been playing better. Do you predict him to have 500 yards and 5 touchdowns? Mr. Jahan Dotson, that was who you picked. Who your breakout player. No shade, but that's who you picked. And he still got a chance to do that because he's almost at a couple 115 receptions. So he's getting there. He got some weeks to go. J.A., remember who you picked?
I think I stuck with Saquon, didn't I?
You did not. You picked.
I did?
No. You picked Mr. Jordan Davis. That's who you picked.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
Hey,
right.
he's got a career high.
Yeah,
That's right.
you did. You most certainly did. I'm not,
I mean, it's 3,
I'm
but
thinking of a different podcast when I said Saquon was going to rush for close to 2,000 again.
oh, podcast man.
No, he talking about this podcast.
I was about to say.
Different episode.
Yeah, about to say, because,
Dotson only needs 349
That's
more
it.
yards. That's it.
he could get that
There's
week
a whole lot of football
next
left.
week.
I didn't say how many touchdowns he's going to have, I don't think.
No, you didn't say how many touchdowns he had. But you did say 500 yards,
He
which
only-
is still doable.
He only has 8 receptions.
Oh, don't worry about that.
But they're for bombs, though. That's what I'm saying.
How many yards he got?
8 for 151.
Yeah, so
So,
350.
a few.
He can
Yeah.
still get it. Yeah.
Shit, that was like Smitty stat.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Smitty, Jahan Dotson, the same player. Anyway, the guy I had as a breakout player was Moro Ojomo. And second in sacks by
Yeah.
defensive tackles in the league. By all accounts, playing pretty well. I saw a stat and I'll read it. 200. He played 208 snaps this year. He has four sacks and 6 QB hits. Milton Williams played 418 snaps last year. He had 5 sacks and 9 QB hits. By that rationale, Mr. Ojomo should have a pretty good year. I think he's been helped out by the spitting incident week 1 by getting more snaps. Because he wouldn't have these snaps, obviously, if he didn't. He's a rotational player, and I hardly ever see JC or Jordan Davis come out of the game. I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely.
it's hard for him to get on the field.
You
man.
mentioned it, and I was thinking back. It's like, man, I haven't really seen his number out there too often.
And he's got 4 sacks.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm hoping we get out of BG. Play 10, 13 snaps and make them snaps worthwhile.
So we're going to ask you, who do you think going towards the latter part of the year, the second half of the year, who do you think is going to be the guy that we're going to look back and say, oh, it could be anybody. He's the reason why we got to the point. We called them breakout players at the beginning of the year. So we'll ask you the next half of the season. Who do you think?
I think we're gonna hear Jahad Campbell's name
Oh,
come up a lot.
okay.
I feel like
I like that.
yeah. I feel like we're gonna start hearing his name come up a lot in the next coming games, and especially like towards the later part of the season.
I like that. Things have looked a lot different, and I don't think it's any coincidence since Nakobe Dean has been back. He's, how can I put this? I think that, and we talked about this before, that he might be the heart and soul of the defense. And Campbell, although I still think he's a better linebacker than Nakobe Dean, that he's going to have to figure out a way.
He's a better coverage linebacker, I feel like, for sure.
Yeah, and he's going to have to figure out a way to get in where he fits in, so to speak. But you can never go wrong with having good football players on the field, whether he's playing end, whether he's, spelling him at linebacker, whatever the case may be. So I like that pick, Jahad Campbell. So we're going to end our abbreviated bye week podcast with our last question. Tough one. This is not playoffs. This is not the end of the season. This is just the end of the regular season. At this point, I had him at 7-1. Sammy had him at 6-2. Jay had him at 7-1. Money Mike will just plop you into this. Where do you think they're going to fall? So, Sammy, I'll start with you. Where do you think they end at the regular season? Give me a prediction of wins and losses.
Wins and losses. Let's see. 13-4.
Where are the two losses to?
That's my same exact.
Possibly the Bills.
Come on, Sammy. You know the rules.
All right, the Bills. The Bills and the Lions.
Bills and the Lions?
Yeah.
That's where you got the two losses at?
Yeah.
Money Mike.
So I have pretty much the same record, 13-4. Going down the list. So that Bills game is sandwiched right between two Commanders games, which division games are always tough. So
could mean something, could mean nothing. But go ahead.
It's just those three games in a row. And then, obviously them being two division games, it's just a tough stretch. So I feel like if they're gonna drop one, it's gonna be that one down there. And if I say we lose, I say we lose to the Lions. Just because we're not coming out, we're pretty good out of the bye week. Pretty dominant out of the bye week, actually. So I don't see us losing to the Packers. And like I said, the only team that I really see giving us some fits is the Lions.
So you think we lose at home against the Lions?
As much as I hate to say it.
No, you got to say it.
As much as I hate to say it, that would probably be the one loss that we have at home. Well, the second loss that we have at home this season.
So you got
the Lions and
who?
What's the second
Bills.
one?
Lions and the Bills?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you said something around that stretch.
Because it's just because they're sandwiched between it's Commanders, Bills, and then Commanders. So it's like.
Well, hopefully that last Commanders game don't mean a damn thing. And Tanner McKee's
I don't think by that time, hopefully their season is done. So they probably have Marcus Mariota playing. They'll probably shut down Jaden Daniels.
All right, 13-4. I'm not mad at it. Jay, it's on you.
I have the same record as well. I think we run the table all the way into that Bills game.
Oh, okay.
And
I like the way you're thinking.
The Bills game, if it matters, if it doesn't matter, I have a feeling it's going to be one of those blizzard games, and it's going to be a 13-10 game. So and then the last game of the season, I think is just going to be backup quarterback versus backup quarterback, and who knows,
Yeah.
Tanner McKee takes that then over Mariota.
Mariota's been playing well though. This, but yeah, I have us running the table into that Bills game.
He stinks.
Running the table to that Bills game. So you have him 13-4 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me guess yours.
Losing the last two.
You're going 12-5.
I'm going 12-5. You're absolutely right. You've been doing this podcast with me too long. I think that they lose to. I don't think they lose to the Bills.
You're going to say the fucking Chargers.
I think they lose to the Chargers. Yep.
That's the one QB our guy got to beat.
Yep. I think they lose to the Chargers. I think they.
I think we have that as a loss in our prediction. Like,
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure I definitely
I do because I just listened to it, obviously. But yeah, I can't remember, but I think you're right. Have them losing to the Chargers.
Okay.
I have them losing
to Dallas.
I have them losing to Dallas. You've been doing this too long with me. And I have them not giving a fuck at the end of the year and losing the final games to the Commanders. I just think I'm seeing something in the middle of the season where I hope what we saw this past couple of weeks isn't an aberration.
I'm not gonna lie, it was between the Chargers at one point or the Bears. Don't ask me why.
I mean, the Bears could be freaky because it's a Black Friday game.
That's
so that
true.
Could be a freaky.
That could be. But I don't know what it is about the Bills, but they just don't scare me, man. They beat up on some shitty competition, but
I hope that game doesn't even matter.
I hope it doesn't either.
But
I don't. They don't scare me either. It's just weird where it's placed. It's just that it is weird where
it
don't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
it's always weird where it's placed.
We beat them in the year.
God. Set him up.
Gotcha.
Rookie move.
Hey. Set you up.
Because the year we went 10-1 and collapsed, we beat the Bills in overtime.
We did.
That we did. Yeah.
So I mean,
like I said, I fully expect that game to be 2 feet of snow, and they're paying the fans to clear out the seats again.
Could be. And shout out to the Bills for
the Bills Mafia. They're real ones for real.
For building another stadium with.
Damn, so we lose.
Isn't a dome?
We lose at Jerry World.
Fuck no.
Nah, I'm saying that's what
I'm saying.
They can't cover a bed with a blanket.
I agree. They can't.
But they can drop 40 points.
They can,
but
drop
they
40
can't
points.
cover it. Yeah, and they give up 50.
Yeah. Nah, clearly, I hope I'm wrong, but I can't talk it and preach it. I got to tell you what I think.
That's your prediction for a reason.
12-5, and I think,
and I can't wait to tell you were wrong.
Oh, so. I can't wait to hear it. All right.
Listen. At the end of the day, these 2 games coming out the bye, the most important for me. I don't care if we lose against Dallas. It is what it is. But
the next game is
the Packers and the Lions back-to-back games. These are 2 most important games for us.
Everybody's got them at 13-4. I got them at 12-5. Final question is, right at the top of the dome, what seed are they going into the playoffs?
1.
Yep, 1.
Uno.
Wow. Yeah, I got them as a
2. You got them either 2 or 3.
I got them as a 3 seed.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is fine.
So who you have as 1 and 2?
I have the Lions as 1.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have them losing.
Who do you have 2? Tampa?
Wait. You know what?
Listen, I've been looking at this guy. Listen.
This guy right here, boy, I'm telling you. You are going, boy, when you take over this podcast when I retire, boy, you're going to be on fire, boy.
You got a long ways away. There's only the rookie season.
I don't know, my back is hurting right now. I don't know. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's what I got. I got them being the 3 seed.
Tampa scares me still.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. They scare me some way, somehow. It's just, it was a close game. It was a close game. Even though we went to Tampa, it was still a close game for me.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been.
Yeah, it really shouldn't have been. But it was a close game. We can't deny the fact that it was. Yeah. But it shouldn't have been. And for them to be able to pull that game out when, man, let me tell you, just like I said about the Packers, I'm sure that the Buccaneers were in the Eagles' heads, man, because they just never go down there and win, especially Jalen. Like, he's got to be thinking, what do I got to do to beat these fucking guys? You know
and we have to go to Lambeau Field, right? Out the bye?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that's a Monday night, right?
Yeah, but we go to them in the beginning of November.
Yeah.
That's not terrible. It's not like going to Buffalo in December. Like that's just going to be completely different, you know. So, but that's why the game is huge. The game is huge because we want all of them to come to us. Now, obviously, my prediction, I don't think they'll be the 1 seed. But if they do manage to get the 1 seed, all they got to do is come. All them teams got to come to us. A couple of them will take themselves out. We haven't even talked about the NFC West. We just kind of just threw them to the side.
Well, you only got Seattle, right? You're talking about the West. So you got Seattle.
Somebody's got to win the division, though, right?
Seattle and the Rams. I think the Rams take it, though.
Right.
I mean, Seattle's playing good ball.
They are.
49ers are sticking around. But like I said, luck runs out at some point.
And talk about getting the lick back. Well, you don't think the Rams? They want they lick back bad.
Bad. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got motherfuckers snatching chains and they want they lick back.
Yeah, no, we definitely should. We should have lost that game too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than Jordan Davis blocking that field goal.
It's huge.
That was huge.
Hey.
So
it's any given Sunday for a reason.
You giveth, you taketh away.
Mm-hmm.
So any given Sunday, you're absolutely right.
Plus, Jared Verse needs his chain back. So
hey, he got to fly all the way to Philly to get it. Maybe he'll come back.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? I don't think Jalen Carter's going to fly there and get to him.
Nah.
Yeah. So we shall see. My guys, great job. This was really, really fun. We had a chance to talk about what we think is going to happen going towards the end of the year. We got a lot more content, a lot more pods left. Money Mike, again, thanks so much for joining us, my guy. You will be a recurring guest on this pod. And also thank you for the support, man. We know you hold us down, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on.
It was definitely a fun time.
Absolutely. We'll get out of here the same way we get out of here.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds, dickhead.
We out.